Hello everyone, I'm Miss Gray and I'm going to be helping you continue your learning on how we write multiplication expressions. You are going to need to remember all of that learning that you've been doing over the previous lessons to help us, so I hope you have those brains switched on. In today's lesson, you're going to need two things. You're going to need a piece of paper and either a pencil or a pen. If you haven't got any of those things at the moment, pause the video and then come back when you've got them. Get them. In the last lesson, Miss Perry gave you a practice activity. The practice activity was, does this show 3 times 4 or 4 times 3? Or does it show both? Let's have a look. I found it showed 3 4s. It showed 3 groups with 4 counters in. Your 4 counters may have been in a slightly different group to mine, but as long as you had 4 counters in each group, that's fine. I also found it showed 4 3s, 4 groups with 3 counters in. Again, your 3 counters may have been in a slightly different shape to mine. As long as there was 3 in the 4 groups, that's all that matters. Then Miss Perry asked if you could challenge yourself and see if there were any other expressions that you could find out of the counters. When I had a look, I found 3 ways. Let's have a look at them. The first way was 12 ones. The second way was 6 2s. And the third and final way that I found was 2 6s. If you found all 3 ways, give yourselves a big thumbs up. Well done. Okay. In the previous lesson, you were looking at pictures and you were writing expressions to say what you could see in the pictures. So let's get ourselves warmed up by having a go at this one. Look at the picture really carefully and say what you can see. Yeah, there are 4 desks and 2 children at each desk. So I can put a 2 on each desk to show that there are 2 in each group. How would I write that as a repeated addition? Let me think. I think you're going to be better at it than me. Can you write down what it's going to look like on your piece of paper? Let's have a look. I wrote 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Is that what you wrote too? Excellent. But I know there's a quicker and more efficient way of writing it. Could you write that down for me as well? Let's have a look at what I've written. 4 times 2. 4 groups and 2 in each group. 4 2s. Well done. Now, let's look at this picture really carefully. Have a think. What is it that you see? Yeah, 4 desks. But hold on a minute. There are no children. So 4 desks. Desk is my group, but there's no children. So when there's nothing there, we write 0. 0. 0, the hero. Whenever I say the number 0, I have to think about the number block 0. He is my favourite. I'm so glad he could join us in this lesson. So back to my desks. I've got 4 desks, 0 children. So my group is my desk. I've got 4 of those, but there's nothing in each group. It's 0. How would I write that as an addition sentence? Repeated addition. Have a go and write it on your piece of paper. What do you think it's going to look like? Here's how I wrote mine. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. Is that what you wrote? Yeah. Now, that really efficient way of writing things, if I want to write that more efficiently in my multiplication expression, how am I going to write it? I'm going to show you, because this one's a bit tricky. 4 times 0. The red 4 represents, Yeah, that's it. It's the 4 desks. We know that, don't we, from our previous learning. Then the 0. That 0 is representing how many in each group. And we have nothing in our group. We have no children. None. 0. So that's why we write 4 times 0. Let's look at both of these together. So if we look at both together, they both have 4 desks. Our group size changes. So we go from having 4 groups with 2 in. Can you see that over here? 4 groups with 2 in, so we wrote 4 twos, to having 4 groups with 0 in. So we wrote 4 times 0, 4 zeros. I hope that makes sense for you. Let's have a look at another question. Got some nests with some eggs in. Could you have a look at this picture and have a go at writing the repeated addition? What would that look like as repeated addition? Yeah. 5 plus 5 plus 5. How would we write that as a multiplication expression? Yeah. 3 times 5. Got 3 nests, 5 eggs in each. Our nests are back, but what do you notice that's different? Yeah, there are 0 eggs in there this time. So as a repeated addition, we're going to write 0 plus 0 plus 0. Now this time I want you to have a go. Can you write on your piece of paper, what will that look like as a multiplication expression? Remember, how many groups have we got and how many in each group? Have a go. Have you done it? 3 times 0. Oh, I'm so glad you got that. Brilliant. We've got 3 nests and 0 eggs in each, so we've got 3 zeros. So we have looked at 0 being in each group. Now we're going to move on to something a little bit different. I want to see if you notice the difference. What do you see in this picture? Yeah, 4 groups of 2. I've put that in a bar. I've got my 4 groups with 2 in each. You can draw it with pictures or you can show it with boxes and numbers in. It's the same. How would we write that as our repeated addition? You're getting really quick at this now. Could you write that down on your piece of paper? Yeah. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Well done. Now as the multiplication expression, how would we write our 4 groups of 2? Yeah. 4 times 2. 4 twos. You're super good at this now. Now I'm going to change something and I want you to tell me what I've changed. Watch carefully. What's different? Yeah, I've now got 1 football in each group. So how would that look in a bar? Let's have a look. Yeah, so in each box I have got 1 because there is 1 in each group. Do you write on your piece of paper what that would look like as a repeated addition for me? Yeah. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. You are getting so good at all of this. Now a challenge, write it as a multiplication expression. Remember, how many groups have you got? How many in each group? Give it a go. Yeah! 4 times 1. 4 groups, 1 football in each, 4 ones. You're so good at this. Let's look at both of them together. So in our group over here, we had 2 in each group. So we had written 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. That gave us our 4 2s. We're good at that. Then over here, we had 1 football in each group. So we had 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 4 times 1. 4 ones. Okay, what do you see in this picture? Yeah. Did you say you see 5 1 pennies? Brilliant. So, how would we write that as our repeated addition? Write it on your piece of paper. Did you write that? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Brilliant. Now as a multiplication expression, how would you write that on your piece of paper? Write it down for me. Let's check. 5 times 1. 5 ones. If that's what you wrote, excellent. Well done you. This time, you're going to see things a little bit differently. Here's a picture and 2 multiplication expressions. I want you to look at that picture really carefully, which you're getting really, really good at now, and tell me which multiplication expression it would match to. Point to it with your finger. Let's check. 4 times 3. I have 4 vases and there are 3 flowers in each vase. 4 3s. Well done. Look at these vases. Look carefully. Which multiplication expression matches the picture? Point to the right one. Yeah. 4 times 0. 4 zeros. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 vases. But in each vase there are no flowers. So I have 4 zeros. You are getting really, really, really brilliant at this. So I'm going to make it a little bit harder now. This time you have 1 expression and 2 pictures to choose from. Which picture matches the expression 4 times 1? Have a look. Point to the picture. Yeah, this one at the bottom. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 vases, and in each vase we have 1 flower. This time I have a multiplication expression for you, and I would like you to draw me a picture to match. So we have 6 times 0. I wonder if you could pause your video here and draw a picture to match that expression. I wonder how long it will take you. Are you back? Did it take you long? Of course it didn't, because we have 6 groups of 0. Remember 0, my favourite number block? It represents nothing, none, nothing there. Here's my picture, can you see? So I've got 6 times 0. So I drew 6 ice cream cones with no ice cream in it, none. Doesn't take very long, does it? So I have 6 zeros. Well done for your drawing too. I have this picture. I'd like you to look really carefully at it. Think about, what do you see? Now I've got a multiplication expression, but this time there's a blank box. I wonder what goes in there. Have a look really carefully. So what does the 2 represent? Yeah. 2 represents the 2 dodgem cars. 2 dodgem cars. How many children or people do I have in those dodgem cars? Yeah. 0. None. So which number goes in our empty box? That's right. A 0. 2 times 0. 2 dodgems, no people, 2 zeros. This time, I want you to choose the correct multiplication that matches the sentence. There are 7 groups of 0. So with your finger, I want you to circle the expression that matches that sentence. You might want to pause the video here to have a little think and look really carefully at those 3 expressions. Are you back? I missed you. I hope you were doing really brilliant maths. So, 7 groups of 0. Groups of. That means I've put items or objects into a group. 7 groups of 0. So there are 7 of those groups and there's nothing in each group. Yeah, 7 times 0. 7 groups with 0 in. 7 zeros. Well done if that's what you circled. Okay, here's a practice activity for you. How could Tanique improve what he has written? There's his picture and he's written, this represents 3 plus 3. You're going to have to think of your learning across all of this sequence of multiplication, but I've got a clue for you. Are you ready for the clue? Think about being efficient. We've used that word a lot in this lesson in particular. Think about being efficient. When you've had a go at this practice activity, come back because I have another one for you. See you soon. Are you back? Did you have a good go at Tanique's question? Oh, good. Here's another practice activity for you. Can you write a multiplication expression for this image? So we've got our plates and our bears. What would we need to do to match a multiplication expression? That's a bit tricky. So I've got another clue for you. Are you ready? Equal groups are really important. So through your learning in this sequence, we've thought a lot about equal groups and how that is important for us. So that clue will really help you to work out the answer to this activity. Before you pause to have a go at this activity, just to let you know that this is the last lesson in this sequence. So I have given some slides with the answers on after this one, but you can't peek. You have to have a go at both practice activities and then you can come back and find out the answers. Don't peek. You didn't peek, did you? You can't have a look at this unless you've had a go. Oh, good. I'm glad you've had a go. So we were asked, how could Tanique improve what he has written? This represents 3 plus 3, and we had to think about being efficient, being quicker. So he's got 3 plus 3. I know, that's 2 times 3. 2 threes. He's got 2 threes. Well done if you got that right. You now know what efficient means and you can write your multiplication expression. You didn't peek, did you? You've had a go. Oh, good. Can you write a multiplication expression for this image? What would we need to do to match a multiplication expression? And I gave you the clue, equal groups are really important. Why were the equal groups really important? Did you notice? Yeah, my bears aren't equal. So I need to make them equal before I can write my expression. So let's check that picture now. Yeah, each group is equal. There are 2 bears in each group. Is that what you did? Oh, good. Then you are definitely super fantastic at knowing that you need your equal groups. So now to the multiplication expression. What did you write? 4 times 2. Yeah. 4 2s. I have 4 2s. I am so impressed with your learning throughout this lesson. You have been amazing. You've been able to use your equal groups. You've been able to write repeated addition sentences, multiplication expressions. You have been fantastic. I think you need a high 5. Did you get it? Let's have another one just in case. Catch that high 5. Excellent. See you soon, everyone.